Greetings, crew members. We're back, and we are wrapping up Beyond Good and Evil after 10 episodes of excitement and heartbreak and emotion.
I'm crying. I cried a lot. Pey'j! Oh no! Pey'j, no! The dog! No!
Adorable animals you can take photos of.
And space whales.
And space whales. Yes. It was pretty cool. Tamara, this was your first time ever seeing Beyond Good and Evil. What did you think of it?
I liked it. I loved it. I loved the whole game. I even loved watching you struggle through the last boss fight.
I don't know what was happening there. Please don't tell me I'm all the way back at this part. Oh, fuck off. It was a nightmare. There was some nightmare stuff. We had that problem with the mantises, if you remember, the manta ray things. Yeah. We had some problems with the camera at times, which I think is the chief thing that doesn't hold up too much.
That's the main issue with the game, it seems, is the camera
can get real sticky sometimes.
Yeah, it doesn't like moving to places that help you play the game. It's like, what if I was literally over here? And then like even small things where like they did that big sweeping shot on the bridge in the very last episode.
Yeah, but it would like stop halfway.
Flicking halfway through to a different, and it's like, no, just do that the whole way across.
I remember there was one stealth section where I was coming through and then the camera like suddenly swapped to the other side and I had no idea where I was because I was now hidden behind a guard.
Yes.
And I like moved an inch and was instantly spotted.
Yes. Also, parking the beluga is not...
No dumping on solid ground.
No dumping on solid ground. No dumping on solid ground. Exterminate! Yeah, no, it was bad. Like, that was not... I didn't... It was like just little things where it was like, maybe it was the remapping or maybe it was the like emulation or whatever, but it just didn't quite stick.
Yeah, I wonder, it'll be interesting when you play it because I got you a copy for my original Xbox.
Yes, I can't wait.
Yeah, I can't wait to see you play that version.
And it's probably going to be worse, right? Because that was the HD remaster.
Yeah, well, the graphics were about, I think, as nice as we could get them on, like, because it's running on a modern PC and...
Oh, the world was amazing. Yeah. It felt really alive, right? Like,
oh yeah, I like the setup that it's this big at the start. Like it's this big galactic civilization, right? But no, we're gonna focus in on this like this one section of this planet, and then this moon. Like, granted, it's the limitation of the game at the time and the consoles it was on.
Yeah,
but they did a really good job.
It's better than having 1 square kilometer of terrain that you can drive the Mako around in Mass Effect, right?
Yes.
Like, it's better than having... It's like, this is where we're going to focus on. We're going to focus on this city and the area around it, and then eventually we're going to go to the fucking moon. And those are the 2 places we're going. Mm-hmm. And I like that. I think it's good. I think it's well done. I love Helios. Like, Helios is so cool.
Yeah,
like, it's such a cool world.
I
thought it was Helios, but whatever.
Well, it's Hillys.
Helios.
Yeah, home of things like Walrus sapiens.
Yes.
Or even like if they're even native to this planet. I feel like this planet is just like colonized because it is an entirely an ocean planet. It looks like.
Yes.
You see at the end from the moon that it's
so you would think that the people who like grew up on this planet,
maybe the shark guy, like that asshole Francis.
Yeah. Francis.
Fuck
you, Francis.
Fuck you, Francis.
Fuck you, Francis. He was that email that he sent you being like, yeah, if you want to come and get my pearl, Jade. It's like, oh, you little bitch.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm pumped right now. I just beat this fuck Francis.
We beat Francis. Fuck you, Francis. I will stomp you into the ground.
And then I beat him, and then he sends me another one like, oh, I have another pearl, Jade. And I'm like, well, fuck you.
Yeah, we didn't go get that.
I have to go rescue...
We proved
everybody.
Our point. / we didn't want to do it again.
Yeah, I have to go rescue my adorable war orphans that I take care of because I am a Renaissance woman capable of so much.
Let's talk about how amazing Jade is, okay? Let's talk about how incredible Jade as a character is. So, first off, She is a photojournalist, which apparently in this universe is like the equivalent of being
Indiana Jones?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. She's a photojournalist in the way Indiana Jones is an archaeologist.
Yes. She is like, oh yeah, guerrilla photojournalism. That's me. It's like, okay, sure. 2, she has nerves of steel.
Yes.
Nerves of steel.
Casually jumping over people.
She's like, yeah, this guy's wandering around underneath me. No big deal. I'm on top of this fucking thing now, hanging by my fingertips as it moves.
Yeah.
Or like sneaking directly behind a guy and then tucking into the shadows and being like, yeah, that's right, bitch. Walk right past. And then going past. Yeah. She's amazing, okay? Nerves of steel.
Or if you're me, failing multiple times and getting shot over and over and over again until you recognize the pattern.
Okay, but that's like what the game is.
Yeah.
But nerves of steel. She canonically has those.
No, yeah. I mean, like, every situation, she faces giant monsters. She faces, like, evil generals in laser chairs, you know.
Yes!
In the end, she gets into a Star Wars-esque big space battle in her spaceship.
And she's just like, yeah, this is what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I do now.
Yeah, so photojournalist.
Like, but she's still, like, in awe and in wonder. Like, when you go to space, she's like, look at all the stars. Like, she's amazed because you should be amazed because you're in space.
Yes, and She also takes care of children in an awesome little lighthouse.
Yeah, she's open and empathetic and, like, emotionally supportive to war orphans. Not just, like, regular sad orphans who are sad enough, but specifically, like, war orphans and all of the trauma that like, Zaza doesn't talk when she first shows up, right? Or when they first show up, it's I can't tell. I think it's her. And then like Yoa can't speak our language, just slowly learning our language over the course of being there. Like, these kids.
Yeah, and Yoa's so mysterious. What's up with her?
Yeah, what's up with Yoa? How'd she know that?
Right? There's so many unanswered questions.
But like, it's like these kids have problems, and so she's there emotionally and financially supporting these kids in a world where they will 100% turn off your giant evil manta ray shield if you haven't paid them.
Yes.
They're like, oh, you're an orphanage? We kind of don't care about that. Bleep.
Right? Yeah. Like, they would, like,
as an excuse to kidnap people.
She's one of the only, like, roots for these kids to have. Otherwise, they'd just be, like, on the street or something. Because, like, it seems very... Well, now that they've been overthrown by the people, their government would probably be, you know... That's what I would be excited to see if we would get a sequel.
But we're not. We're getting a prequel.
We're getting a prequel, okay. Yes. Which we will, in a little bit, show you kind of the route those trailers have taken. But
okay, but we haven't finished with Jade.
No, Jade is
at
great.
At the end, Jade is told, oh yeah, these things you've been fighting the whole time, you're one of us. And she's like, I'm not doing that. Yeah. Like, she's just like, I'm not gonna do that.
Well, she, like, overpowers it with her will.
I know! And just decides she's not gonna be brainwashed.
Yeah. They were like, it's like something, I think I read in the Wikipedia thing, or like a wiki page, that it's supposed to be like, she contains its essence that makes it immortal and super powerful. And in taking it, the only way they could, like, take it from this thing was to, like, put it in a child or create a child out of it, question mark. Like, is Jade even human? Like, is she, you know?
And she certainly looks like a person.
Yeah.
That was also kind of bullshit at the end, where they're like, you've secretly had this magical power to bring people back from the dead the whole time. Yeah. And it's like, video game, you have not done anything to set this up in any way. Like, your visions did not say that, and, like, I thought they were linked more to the presence of the Doms.
It really, now that I'm thinking about it, it really does. Did J.J. Abrams just rip off the end of this for Skywalker? Because you have the main character bringing someone back to life with, like, their magical touch healing powers, and then you have this giant, like, entity thing that's, like, swinging around going, you know, I planned this and you were a part of me, and yeah, I don't know, JJ's a hack.
I don't know. It's just.
It felt very Star Wars, the climax, though. With the,
I loved the big space battle. That was amazing.
Yeah, and the Iris Network showing up.
Pey'j dying and then coming back was some bullshit. Yeah. I'm sorry, video game.
It got you real sad.
I was very sad. I was crying over Pey'j being dead because I thought he was dead. And then seconds later, they pulled a Chewbacca on me and they were like, whoops, he's not dead though. He's still alive. And I was like, what? And then like the reunion was nice, but it was like the exact same thing as with Chewbacca, where I was like, I was feeling things, and then you brought him back, and then, like, my feelings of things did not switch to, oh, he's alive again, yay. They switched to...
Yeah, I would have had something, like, a little bit more, like, because she touches him, and then they leave, and then he's just like, I'm fine, Jade, you brought me back.
Yeah, no.
Which, like, they should have had, like, a thing where, like, he, like, lifted up and glowed, and there was, like, nice music or something, and it was
Or they should have had a thing where, like, she touches him, or, like, a single tear drops onto his face or something. I know the graphics couldn't have done that at the time, but, like, you know. Mm-hmm. And then... like, he busts in to save the day in, like, a triumphant, heroic moment instead of just immediately turning back around and getting him.
You're right. That does kind of feel like a don't worry, kids. He's all right.
Yeah, he's not dead. We wouldn't kill him.
The kids are crying.
Yeah, because I'm crying.
Pey'j is dead.
I was crying. Not the kids. Me.
Yeah.
The adults. Yeah. The sad adults.
And what do you think of, well, I don't know if we're done talking about Jade yet, but what do you think
We're not. Jade's so incredible.
Yeah,
like,
journalist, war orphan provider.
Like she has actual feelings and like down moments where she wants to give up, and then Double H is like, you can't give up, Miss Jade, and then she's like, fucking Double H is right. This big fucking gold tin can is right, and I can't give up.
Double H is a well done character with his optimism too, and it's really nice how like the entire game he's like, we can't give up, Miss Jade, and we're the great Miss Jade, and then at the end when they're throwing the holograms at you, they're just like, give up, it's useless.
Oh, the whole time I was just like, shut up and not Double H.
Double H wouldn't say that. That's the opposite.
Double H would never say these things.
And it kind of drives you forward more.
Yeah, like,
it has the opposite effect. It's it's really good. The game is well written, I think, in the most part. I think you are a little right that the ending does kind of
it feels like we gotta end this now.
Yeah, it also raises more questions than it answers.
Yeah,
too.
like, how is she that, and what did they do?
I know the creator specifically said he wanted to do
a trilogy.
Yes.
But, like, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Before you launch your cinematic universe, you need to make one good movie.
Yeah, one of your favorite franchises, Mass Effect, didn't have an ending that raised more questions than
it like ended, and then they were like, well, it's Mass Effect, so when we start this new trilogy, we don't have to wrap up anything. And then
you have a little cliffhanger too. Pey'j is infected by the DOMS stuff. Is he going to turn into an Alpha Sections or a DOMS?
I don't know.
No, we don't know. Maybe one of the trailers will have some stuff about that.
He said he was in that machine for 3 weeks. Like,
yeah, that doesn't seem right time-wise.
And fucking,
unless we're doing some interstellar time
fucking
space
Double
travel
H.
Stuff.
Double H was in that thing for 16 hours and almost lost his mind and was like this close. I'm holding my fingers up a little bit.
Yeah.
This close to turning into a DOMS.
Yeah.
And then fucking, what did you do, Pigman, to stop yourself from being... You didn't, is the answer.
Yeah, like, what's Pey'j's backstory?
Yeah, like, but, like, also, I kind of don't want to know Pey'j's backstory. Yeah. I kind of want to know what happens next with Jade.
Yes.
Because Jade is
everybody wants to know what happens next with Jade.
I can't even, like, it was really nice to watch this video game with this non-sexualized female protaligist, because it's a game for kids, so she doesn't have big fucking
like a bit of a
titties.
crop top,
but like, she doesn't have big fucking like huge titties that like would make no sense on an athletic woman who spent her entire life, I guess, jumping into mines to take pictures, guerrilla style.
Yeah.
Like
animal researcher too, animal photojournalist.
Oh, animal photojournalist. She's helping science.
Yep.
And also, all the animals are so cute, Chris.
Yes, that is an underrated portion of this game.
Animals are so adorable.
And
the camera controls are fucky.
No. Yeah, what it determines is a good shot, quote unquote. I'm doing the air quotes, quote unquote, is very suspect.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're like, I've got a good shot, but the camera's like, no.
No,
and
you
sometimes
don't.
you're like,
So
I got the
far
corner
away.
of its foot, and it's like, yeah, that's perfect.
That's perfect. That's a great shot. Got
Yeah.
it. And you're like, no. Like, there's, like, the top 2/3 of the frame are just cave, and then the bottom third is like a piece of its face, and you're like, nope, that's fine.
I know there was a lot of them, but can you pick out a favorite animal or like something that stood out to you?
I loved the whales, all the whales. I loved the purple whale and the red whale and the space whale. Okay, all the whales. And you can hear it in my reaction when we see the whales.
Yes.
It's a little embarrassing for me, but also, like, I loved the whales so much. And then I also loved the 2-legged otter that came right after the devastating fucking lighthouse that you said was gonna be fine. You lied.
Yeah.
You lied.
I unintentionally lied. I forgot.
You told me the exact opposite was gonna happen. You told me the exact opposite. You were like, the lighthouse is gonna be fine. Don't worry about
Shame
it.
on me for bringing up the fact that I thought some orphans would be untouched in this game. But they're fine at the end, though.
I literally said in the opening, I was like, oh, this lighthouse it's gonna get destroyed
you saved
all
them all
over
with
it.
like a magical thing.
Yeah, with your magical powers that just showed up in the last,
Yeah.
20 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, those magic powers.
You're like, oh, her stick's magic.
No, her stick is space magic. That's different. Mm-hmm. There's a difference
Her
between...
magical powers aren't space magic?
No, now she has actual magic and space magic.
Yeah.
She has both things. Like I said, it's rare to have them in one series, but when it happens, it used to be in Star Wars. But then they added in midi-chlorians, so now it's all just space magic. There's no actual magic in Star Wars anymore.
And pretty great supporting cast all around. A lot of different
Oh my god,
little
Double H.
characters
I
and
thought he
Double
was
H.
going to turn evil and betray me, but nah, he's legit from start to finish. And that blue cat lady is amazing, and the governor's so hot.
Yeah,
She's
and
pretty.
kind of a weak sauce villain in General Keck, both in his voice acting and the fact that he doesn't really do much and then has
You
a
don't
very
even get to fight him.
he has a very anticlimactic death.
You don't even get to fight him.
You shoot a ship.
Yeah, but you don't even get to fight him in his I wanted to shoot his weird floating. They did not use the flying enemies that much, and they kind of should have, because that was a challenge.
I don't know if they should have with how the MDIS controls work half the time.
Okay, but also again, controller mapping. Your controller was mapped, and so it might be easier on my controller with the way it was actually designed. And on top of that, I should have had a Saren style fight where he was on
floating
his
around on his
floating laser fucking chair, like fucking Baron Harkonnen, and he's just floating around going pew pew pew, and I'm shooting him. I want that. I want to kill General Keck my own damn self. I don't want him to monologue at me and then die.
Yes.
You know who monologues at me and then dies? The Seeds. You don't want to be like the Seed family, okay?
Yeah. I did like that last fight at the end. It felt very Star Fox. There's definitely a diverse style of gameplay in the game.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of stealth. And then
Do you think that there was enough flying combat before that boss fight to get you warmed up for the boss fight?
A little bit, yes.
I feel like you kind of get that at the very end, and then there's not a lot of things.
With the last Imperator fight?
Yeah, it's basically that, and then the shooting all of the little guys.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't
him.
have any trouble with it. I think, like I said, because it made me feel like it was kind of just the Star Fox controls.
Exactly,
and, like,
other
got
games
those.
that you've played before.
Yeah.
Like, how do you think I'm gonna do?
Yeah.
Who hasn't played Star Fox?
Maybe. It was very telegraphed.
Well, I did. I played Star Fox Adventures, but I'm not good at the flying specifically.
I feel like it's telegraphed enough. Like, the game is very clearly a lot of pattern recognition.
Yes.
You know, it's in a lot of just stealth and trying to, like, sneak past people by recognizing the fact that, okay, he's going to turn. and then wait, and then wait, and then wait, and then turn and then run. Like, you know, that
but
kind of gameplay.
But we are 30-year-old people, and we still had significant trouble with portions of that game.
Yes, we did.
Like, we died a bunch in certain sections. I'm saying we to be nice, but you. You died a bunch.
I died a bunch, yes.
I got
certain frustrated at certain sections.
But, like, it was still one of those things where it was like, you know, it seems doable for the most part for a kid. The only things that seemed like a little, how is a kid gonna know to do this, right? Were like some of the more obscure puzzles where it's like, I'm gonna run around for like half an hour. You had to like
backtrack, and that was another weak point of the game, was the fact that there were sections where it was very unclear as to, and I feel that's just in the age. Like, I feel that a lot of that
they just didn't have map markers at the time.
Map markers and like a proper quest log.
Yeah, but
right?
like those didn't exist.
Yeah.
So it wasn't something that they did, because that wasn't something that existed. Or at least they didn't exist
out of like Morrowind.
See, the thing that Star Fox Adventures had that this game could have used was there was literally you could go to Peppy in your little watch thing that popped up all of your friends to help you. You could go to Peppy and you could hover over him and he would give you like a hint, and he would be like, try doing whatever and doing this, and then you'd be like, oh, okay, I see what I have to do. Or like, look up, and then you'd be like, okay, I'm not thinking laterally, I'm just looking at the ground level. And that's a real problem for me. I never look up. So whenever I'm stuck on something, I always go, all right, look up. Because that's like my go-to thing that I always forget. It's like looking up. So, and you'd be surprised how many times that solves the problem. But yeah,
we didn't even completionist the game. Like, there's still, I'm sure.
Oh no, we didn't get all the animals. We didn't get all the pearls.
Yeah.
I think we did all of the like side things. No, you didn't get the last heart thing because of the money. It also didn't feel like I had to.
No.
Which was nice. It was like I want to go and get all the animals just because I want to see all the animals.
Yes.
Right? It's not because I feel like it's an obligation to 100% the game.
I feel like the animal thing, I would be kind of shocked if we see it in the sequel.
I know, but I really want it.
And
I love them.
It's such a great core idea.
It's so...
Maybe they'll put it back in because Pokemon
Snap did come out.
Again,
so like,
recently,
yeah, they might, but like all of the little adorable animals like helped me feel better when sad stuff happened, or they like, you know, just generally gave me like pure delight, like SpongeButt.
Yeah.
SpongeButt.
Yeah, and I liked all the Greek names, or Latin names rather, for them.
Trying to pronounce them.
Yeah.
It got rough.
It got rough.
It got real rough. Some of them were easy.
Yeah.
SpongeButt.
Yeah. So where do you think you would like to see this? Like, if they did a sequel, or
I mean, I want to know what happened. Like,
Pey'j,
the answer seems pretty easy, right? Like, I want to know what, huh? Why? Like, I want to know those things. Like, I want to know, how did she get made into a Dom's essence vessel exactly? Were her parents like actually her parents, or did her parents like just were they just
Pey'j
Iris
seems
members?
To talk about them with like a certain amount of love and respect, so they must have actually existed.
Yeah, like I want to know,
and in a way that they were like her parents.
Is Jade now queen of the Doms? Am I queen of the Doms now? Like, she can bring people back to life. How far does that extend? Like, how recently dead do they have to be?
Yes.
How long was Pey'j dead?
Like, what's going on with that big, like at the end when that thing lifted her up, and like, was she in control of it now? And
yeah, like, does she control the Doms? Am I Dom's queen?
Yeah.
Have the alpha sections been completely run out of town? Like, or do they still exist in some corner of the galaxy? It looks like from like the
pictures and stuff, she goes back into the orphanage and stuff, obviously, and
yeah, but like, how about those kids? Are their parents there? Like, some of them just recently got there. Are their parents still alive?
Yeah. Who knows? Well, would you like to take a look at some trailers?
Oh my gosh, we're going to watch the trailers?
Yes.
Okay.
So we're going to do a bit of an impromptu episode of Trailer Trash here with Tamara and I.
Except you can't see our faces.
Except you can't see our faces, but you'll hear a reaction in the voices, and we'll discuss it. So the first one I'm going to show you, This is from 2008.
This is before it became a prequel.
This is the first time we heard anything of like a Beyond Good and Evil sequel.
Okay.
It was at E3. Little vague, but it does pick up on a plot that was left hanging from the last game. So you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Here we go.
Headphones on. Ooh. Oh my god. Looks beautiful. I love space.
Look at them sweet 2008 graphics.
I'm like the little space ball.
Now we're on a desert planet, though.
Portal 2.
This is the opposite of Hillis.
Ooh. Why does it have to be a planet that's all desert? Why does it always... That's not how...
Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be an all
works.
desert planet. It's just this is the section. Oh, who's that under the umbrella?
The pig. Huh? Oh, this looks cool. Ah!
Yeah, his laser wrench. That's a nice callback. This is like definitely when people were still aware of the game and the core stuff in it. The ultimate screwdriver.
Oh my gosh. Ah! Ah!
Look, it's a higher res Pey'j.
Oh, he looks amazing. He's gonna eat that. He's gonna snort it, isn't he?
A running theme you'll notice through a lot of these trailers is Pey'j.
He's just barely in it.
50.
Gross. Alright, so you're just staying there? Alright.
They have a hover Buick. It's kind of Fallout looking, that Buick.
Yeah, a little.
But yeah.
So they're just stuck there and just not... Did he really hit the only tree around?
Looks like he did. Or it just broke down, I can't tell.
Really? Gross! Don't do that. That's gross.
Yeah, that is the trailer for Beyond Good and Evil 2 that released in 2008 at E3. That's kind of like what our first look at the thing was. If you'll notice, I think at one point they show his hand and you can see like there's a little bit of black in his hand still.
Yeah.
So he's clearly still infected. But that was when they were essentially going to be looking at making it a sequel, like it would directly kick up. I don't know what happened. We got one more trailer from 2009, which showed a little bit more, and I goes to something that I mentioned in our gameplay, which is that Jade was missing the ability to parkour because Assassin's Creed, or like Mirror's Edge, hadn't really come out then. Mm-hmm. By 2009, Assassin's Creed had come out. So we ended up with this trailer. She's running through this kind of like African slum looking place.
Right through the guy's path, right? Yeah, whack him with the stick.
Ambitious that they thought this would be the gameplay in 2009.
I mean, it's possible. Like Mirror's
Do you notice
Edge.
how she doesn't have the headband?
Yes, I do notice that. Ow. Hurt her arm. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Is that a thing for Mama Goes? Ooh. Oh shit. Mama
That looks
Goes.
like Hillis, actually.
That does look like Hillis. All the canals.
Yeah, and that's the...
Wow, that's it. Okay.
Yep, is kind of... That was supposed to be what was supposed to represent... Oops. That was supposed to be what was supposed to represent the gameplay we would get out of Beyond Good and Evil 2. Okay. And also, it looks like Jade is continuing to fight the power.
Yes.
Yes.
But, like, why does the power still have to be fought?
Yeah, so that's the direction they were taking around 2008, 2009. I don't know the full story on why it didn't come out. It probably has a lot to do with the fact that Beyond Good and Evil didn't sell well initially, and that studios around that time dissolved like popcorn in water. That was a strange analogy. I would have bought it too. Yes, of course. Because once again, you get to play as play as Jade, and it looks like it was continuing directly on from the story.
And also, she looks great.
Yes. Parkouring would have been pretty fun. And I think that was an aspect that is missed. I think that you could have easily slotted into those running away sections where we were running away from people shooting at us. That feels like if it had been made just a little bit later, Jade would have been parkouring over stuff and like running up walls and stuff. Very Assassin's Creed style.
That would have been part of our core gameplay.
Yes. Yeah. But unfortunately, that is the sequel we did not get, Tamara. That represents something that was deprived from this world that may exist in an alternate reality somewhere.
Something that we would go to our alternate reality Blockbuster to go find.
But unfortunately, that's not what we get. Around 2017, there was a surprise trailer at E3 for Beyond Good and Evil 2. And this iteration is said to be now a prequel. Ostensibly, from what I've read, just a generation quote before Beyond Good and Evil 1. But you will see some familiar faces in this trailer, which will raise further questions.
Okay.
And also liberal use of the F word in this trailer.
Oh.
So, here we go.
For adults now, then, I guess.
Where's your master? I don't deal with domesticated.
Hey, the fuck? I ain't got no master, but I do have your little toy.
Show me the idol. Show me the Redeemer.
Here you go, mate.
Pey'j.
Yo, hand it over. I got a hot date. You don't do late.
Monkey's got a date.
Mwah.
What?
What? That's Swiss fucking chocolate, pig.
Reference to Swiss, so...
Why? Swiss?
So it is in like our future.
I want every fucking cop in this fucking city.
See, if you can tell the influence here, I'll give you a hint. It rhymes with myth, melement.
Oh, gosh. Huh. Yeah. Keep going.
You're going a more cyberpunk route.
Oh. Oh, neat. Oh!
Keeping your Latin flavor music.
So this is still Hillis, right? I haven't really seen below them. Ah! Okay. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Oh. Maybe not Hillis then. So you just stole a cop car? Excuse me.
Now they're really leaning back into the Anthro characters.
Let's see what we've got.
Whoa.
Moksha. Just as Yama described it. True freedom lies beyond.
Who's that?
Who is that? Ooh, that was cool. What?
Yep, and that's the first trailer we got in 2017. Raises
What?
questions, right?
What?
Who's the girl with the green eyes? Is that Jade? Could it be Jade? Is it Jade's mom?
Oh my god, I would love if it was Jade's mom. Oh my god, I would die if it was Jade's mom.
Yeah, what's up with the monkey man and the other girl, right?
Is this Jade's parents?
I don't think so, but you know, what's up with them stealing that thing? And you know, is that Hillis? A lot of questions.
I want that to be Jade's mom.
I heard that trailer. I have some problems with it. The liberal use of the
They
F
say fuck
word.
a lot.
He says
It's like
fuck
this
a lot.
game, the
they're very
original
clearly
game
like-
was for children.
Yeah, they're very clearly like this is for adults because the girl takes the thing out of her bra, and yeah, it's very much like, oh, we're edgy now, and they're also like just completely ripping off Fifth Element's kind of
Yeah.
like look there with the flying city and the big chase set to that kind of. I don't even know what the name of that genre of music is, but it's really energetic and it's great.
I mean, it does call back to the music.
Also,
of the
everybody has like
original.
super British accents, like
Yeah.
Cockney and Chav accents, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know where they are. I don't know what. Like, it kind of looks like Hillis.
Yeah.
But is it?
Yeah. Now, the second trailer, which follows on actually as almost a direct sequel to this first trailer, which tells me that like these are actually going to be parts of the game,
Okay.
like parts of the story. These are cutscenes. But the second trailer, I actually like a little bit more than the first trailer.
Okay.
And it will also leave you with a big what the fuck question at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. So this is the last major trailer. There's some gameplay footage I'll show you after this, but this is the last major trailer we got. And we got it in 2018. And since then, it's kind of been very little word from them on what's going on.
Okay.
But here's the second trailer for the second version of Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Reminds me of the opening menu. Ooh. Okay. Ooh.
It's the ship from the end of the last trailer.
Cook, do you hear me?
Roger, Uma.
Half the crew is dead drunk in my sick bay after eating your miraculous space chili.
I have no idea what you mean. Our food is healthy.
No scar.
Captain to crew. Dead monkey in the crow's
Nest. I repeat, monkey down.
nest. Space chili strikes again.
Copy that, Captain. Hey, Pey'j, bet we could use your space chili to overclock our engines.
Negativo, mi amor. Only you can melt my circuits.
Ah.
Keep laughing, fools. The key ingredient to good cooking is love.
Or no, he does have a scar. It's very subtle now.
Yeah. It's not nearly as,
Engineering to officers, we are dead in the water. I repeat. Main engines are cursed.
Nox, come in. What have we got on the scanners?
Jack shit. Nada. Hey, wait. I see something. 3 o'clock starboard. It's massive.
Oh my god.
Hold off!
Shani.
What?
Lock down the vehicle. Give your auxiliary engines. Deploy shields and pick up out now. Brace yourselves.
Oh shit. Oh no. What?
Gods protect us.
Oh my god. What the hell is that? Oh no! The ship! What? Ooh, that's cool.
Alpha sections.
What? Alpha sections murderers!
Jade.
What? What? No!
Yeah, but this is supposed to be a prequel, and also like I don't know, is it a prequel? But also like
What?
Jade is the
Jade,
bad
no.
guy now.
No! Jade can't be the bad guy. That's not allowed.
Yeah.
That's illegal.
I have a theory. I have a theory that Jade is her own mom and that she was reborn as a baby when they put the essence of the evil into her.
But then why would Jade be with the alpha sections?
I don't know. That's the other big mystery, right? It seems like in the last trailer, it seems like she was in charge of the ship. And then in this trailer, she's attacking the ship.
Yeah.
So like she must have gone off and got captured or something happened or she's been corrupted. Kind of like an Optimus kind of thing. Optimus Prime I'm referencing from Transformers 5.
I don't like that.
You don't like
I don't
that
like her
twist?
being bad.
Yeah. I am not also a fan of that. When I first saw that, I'm not a fan of that. I like that trailer more because I like the
If she's going to go bad, I want to play the game where she's going bad as her.
Yeah.
I want to be her.
Well, I do like the trailer because I like, first off, I like that girl, Shani, I think she said her name was, which is very close to Shawnee.
Yeah, it's very close to Shawnee.
And she seems to be like the character that you're going to play. And it's, she seems pretty cool. And like, the thing I like about that trailer too is all the space combat stuff. Is like her trying to get back to the ship in her plane, and I really like her stuff in her plane. Yeah, I know, but you saw the trailer for what you wanted was the stuff we saw in the trailer for the 2008-2009 version. That's what everybody wanted. But the problem was it's been so long since the first one that everybody's forgotten.
No, I don't care. I want to play as Jade.
Oh, then the last thing I'll show you is just a little bit of this is a video that shows a bit about the gameplay. And one of the things that they're really emphasizing with this gameplay that I've seen them talking about is the spaceships. You're going to have a lot of apparently customization, a lot of ability to build your own custom fighter ship.
Fly a lot.
Yes.
Which was the
Vehicles
thing we did
and
the
ships.
least in the original.
All right, so let's take a look at this.
Beyond Good and Evil 2 is massive, and traversing its open star system is completely seamless whether you're on foot, in vehicles, or in space. You play as a customizable space pirate captain who carries a sword, a gun, and a jetpack as basic equipment. Your character and weapons can also be enhanced with augments, which grant special abilities and let you experiment with different effects in combat. Trapping foes in a time-slowing bubble, for example, or freezing them in place with chained electricity. Enemies can also use augments, like these scientists who can heal their soldier buddies with augmented bullets, so you'll want to get a close look at who's carrying what.
You can heal people with bullets? I don't think you know how that works.
In order to see what your enemies have equipped, you'll need your spyglass, which displays the stats, skills, and augments of other characters, as well
like the
as
camera,
revealing more details about locations and points of interest, even from space. It's a key part of recruiting, too. Take a close look at an NPC with your spyglass, and you'll see if they have any skills worth adding to your space pirate crew. Of course, your crew isn't the only company you can bring along. Beyond Good and Evil 2 is an online game, and while you can play solo, co-op buddies can jump in or out at any time. You won't be tethered together either, and if you want to wander off and explore while another player does their own thing, you're free to do so.
Looks like they're taking a very Mass
Welcome
Effect,
to Ganesha
very
City, a dense, vertically
traditional
built
Ganesha
RPG
City.
thing.
rich live at the top, and the poor, huddling shanty towns built into the sides of the city's foundations. It's sprawling and richly detailed, and it's just one small corner of a moon called Soma, itself just a small piece of Beyond Good and
Soma.
Evil 2's gigantic open world.
Ooh.
It's also
okay,
built for
so
aerial
they've just
exploration,
plastered
so
a bunch
in
of Mass
addition to your
Effect.
jetpack, you'll have access to a wide selection of flying vehicles. Any vehicle you see can be commandeered and driven, and they can all tune into Radio Cheetah, a station by space pirates for space pirates. You'll also be able to fully customize your own rides, swapping out modules, wings, engines, equipment, and cosmetic options to tailor your machines to look good and hold their own in a fight. You'll need special equipment or skills to take on larger vessels, but your fighter ships are agile, able to execute barrel rolls, lock onto targets with homing missiles, and dogfight with police if you inadvertently break some city law, like flying too close to a major tourist attraction or robbing a bank. And like your weapons, ships can be equipped with augments, enabling you to do things like firing healing missiles at your co-op partners.
Healing? That's not how missiles work.
Hitting extreme speeds, covering thousands of kilometers in a matter of seconds. This is essential for getting around planets in a hurry, as well as for flying out into orbit to rendezvous with your mothership, a huge vessel that serves as your home base. Even out here in orbit, you can seamlessly transition from piloting a ship to spacewalking.
Certainly
with
seems
an
ambitious.
spacesuit to protect you from the vacuum. Popping out of the cockpit and into the cold abyss of space allows you to use your spyglass to investigate a planet, peering down at treasure-hiding geoglyphs, cities, and settlements, all of which are still buzzing with activity far below you, enabling your co-op partner to explore and interact normally with city life even when you're this far apart.
Press X to doubt.
Ultimately, you can switch over to the universe map, a fully 3D rendering of System 3 that can be zoomed in and out to give you an overview of everything from close-ups of a planet's surface to the continuously orbiting layout of the entire system.
Oh yeah, sure it will.
For more, watch the full Beyond Good and Evil 2 live stream linked in the description below.
No, I'm okay.
And to find out more as it develops, be sure to subscribe to this channel and visit us at news.ubisoft.com.
Nope. Nope.
Not
Okay, so I know what it is now.
What is it, Tamara? What's your hot take on?
It's Far Cry in space.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've taken Beyond Good and Evil and they've gone. Now it's just Far Cry but in space. And because they don't have the balls to make a whole new IP that can be Far Cry in space, they've just plastered Beyond Good and Evil on top of it. And they're like, there you go. It's a beloved cult classic.
It seems like it's ambitious because it has a lot, and the fact that they're like,
but they're sitting there talking about the vehicles. Do you know how many pages are dedicated in my review to just the vehicles in Far Cry? A lot of them.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pages.
It also seems very Mass Effect with this, like, build your crew.
Well, because that's what they want it to be. They want it to be Mass Effect. But here's the thing. They said any NPC.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be pre-made
NPCs with characters.
companion character NPCs. It's going to be the fucking guys from Far Cry that you can hire.
Yeah.
Right? That I can walk up to them and hire them, and they have 1 out of 6 pre-recorded personalities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all we've gotten so far.
So it's Far Cry in space.
It basically kind of just disappeared after, like, the last year. There hasn't really been anything new about it. I think mostly it's just the fact that they're, like, plugging away on it, but I don't know that it's also Ubisoft. You are right, too.
Yeah.
And it's, like, rare these days that we get a Ubisoft game that's outside of their big franchises.
Yeah, that's and, like, they're like,
not
it's
really willing to take
huge.
a
And, like,
huge
what
risk
is
on
one
it.
of the things that we just talked about being something that we liked? It's a nice, tight story with 2 settings.
Yes.
It's a thing we just talked about how we liked it, and now they're like, it's Mass Effect, and I'm like,
not happy with the fact that they're like, your main character is customizable, which means that it's like basically going to go with the Mass Effect, man, woman, whatever you want them to be kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all you're going to be playing as like a shepherd type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're like, they saw Mass Effect, the original trilogy. They saw Mass Effect, the original trilogy made money. And they go, we want that money. And we also want people who like Beyond Good and Evil to come back because people keep bitching at us about Beyond Good and Evil. So we're going to take this and we're going to make this into Far Cry in space with Beyond Good and Evil trappings.
At least with like...
At least the default character they've put forth is a black woman. I dig that.
Yes,
but
that's what's all over their advertisements.
But like,
your player
if
character.
it's customizable, then it kind of doesn't matter because you can be whoever, and you know.
Maybe that's why they went with the name Shani, because it's more gender neutral.
Probably. But like I'm gonna play the default character because I want to play as a cool black, space pirate lady.
She's got cool hair.
She's got cool hair.
Yeah.
And I want to play as her. But like most people are not.
Yeah. And also it's really confusing what's going on with the story. Like, is this a sequel to Beyond Good? Because every single thing I've read says this is a prequel, right? But like, why is Jade there? And like, why is Jade a bad guy?
Why am I not playing as Jade?
Why is Jade commanding the Alpha sections?
I'm sorry, why am I not playing as Jade? Yeah. I don't care about space pirates. I want to play as Jade. The character
I think that it's going to basically
spent a whole game with and love.
I think it's basically the way it's going to end is with essentially Pey'j leaving to go to Hillis with a brand new baby, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
where
basically
I
what
think
they
it's
said
gonna
at the end. Yeah.
And then that'll be them being like, play the other game.
Yeah, but then
So
you
that
should
you
just do like a
understand the
full-on
story.
remake of the other game, like a Final Fantasy VII remake style remake of Beyond Good and Evil, the first one.
It's not that long.
No.
Like, the game is not that long.
It still very much holds up. I mean, cameras aside. Plot-wise, gameplay-wise, it's really fun. It's exciting. It's got great characters. I'm really glad I was able to share it with you for the first time, to find this kind of hidden gem classic that you had never seen before, that now you're just gonna fall in love with.
Yeah, I'm not super pleased about that gameplay trailer. It seems like they took all of the stuff that made Beyond Good and Evil and just removed it.
Seems like at least they've got the aesthetic still. They've got that
kind but like the aesthetic is literally what I said. We took Far Cry in space and we slapped Beyond Good and Evil trimmings on it, and there you go. It's a Beyond Good and Evil game, and like
with like
they said nothing about being able to take pictures of people.
No, they had that.
Animals.
They talked about that looking glass.
That spyglass thing, and then that was the moment where I was like, okay, so like binoculars.
Yeah.
Binoculars from Far Cry 5.
Yeah, or like your scanning thing.
Like that's binoculars from Far Cry 5.
The first little bit of gameplay with like jumping around and shooting, I'm getting really deep Mass Effect Andromeda vibes.
Yeah, and then like they took Mass Effect Andromeda stuff. They took Mass Effect the good trilogy stuff. Sorry, Mass Effect Andromeda fans, but like it's bad. They took, like just a bunch of stuff from a bunch of other games, and then just were like, yep, it's Beyond Good and Evil now. And it's like, okay, I saw nothing of stealth, right? I saw no stealth sections at all, which is like the bread and butter. You're all up on the vehicles, but like I had one vehicle and I loved it. I didn't need 100 vehicles. I had one vehicle that then became my second vehicle. And the whole time I was like, if anything happens to this ship, I will throw something. Because like my lighthouse is broken. My uncle's been kidnapped. If anything happens to this goddamn spaceship, I am going to throw things. And then nothing did. Because like the ship's amazing. It made sense for the world. It was it was a hovercraft, and then it was also a spaceship. It's great. I just like, it doesn't seem like there was anything in there that was Beyond Good and Evil. She doesn't even have a magic stick. She's got a sword.
Yeah, she has a big katana now.
Yeah.
Covered in blood.
Yeah, she doesn't even have a magic stick. She doesn't take pictures.
Everybody's saying fuck and blowing stuff up and shooting people.
She's shooting things. She's like yelling. She's swearing. Like It doesn't feel like Beyond Good and Evil. It doesn't
it
play
feels
like that.
It's almost kind of shocking when those two Alpha Section guards walk in and you're like, oh, hey, it's something I recognize from the first game, right?
Yeah, besides, even like Pey'j, like he was so high def, but they downplayed his scar so much. And it's like, his scar is a nasty scar.
I thought that was like the fact that I couldn't see the scar initially was one of the reasons why I thought it made sense it was a prequel. Cause it's
no, but it's not. It's there.
It's there. It's just so subtle and small.
I don't think I'm a fan. I think I wanted the original one that they were going to make.
Yeah, that for some reason got canceled.
Yeah, and now it's just Far Cry in space. It's just huge open world in space. And I got to tell you, I know exactly what, like, there's going to be at least 4 quests where it's like, go to this planet and pick up this baseball card. And I'm going to be like, fucking no. I don't want to.
You have to scan planets like in Mass Effect and stuff.
They're going to take all the shitty parts from their games, too. Like, just the massive amount of fetch quests.
I think you are right. I think it feels like they just wanted to take the name Beyond Good and Evil. Even though this is still very much the work of the guy who created the original. Like, he's still all over this sequel.
Yeah.
It feels like, he wanted it to balloon out to be something much larger.
Well, I felt like
it
feels like he wanted to do Jade as your main character again, and then they were like, well, we can't do that. You have to make it a customizable character because we can't make a female protagonist. And it's like, that's a lie. That's just a lie. You're just wrong. Sorry, Aloy proved that you're wrong, and Aloy's going to prove that you're wrong again when the next one comes out. Like, you're wrong. And sorry, I'm about to get into, like, a hot take rant here, but, like, sorry, guys, you're not the center of the world. I want female protagonists, and I want you to have to play female protagonists like I have to play male protagonists.
Well, Jade is definitely up there in the paragon of female protagonists now for you,
Yes, right? Yes, I love her. She's amazing. Well, she's got so much great shit going on. And then, like, you were like, she's a lot like Aloy. And I was like, she's not. Because they would not, like, if Aloy were in her universe where she has to take care of children, that would be bad. Don't let Aloy be in charge of kids. So, please.
Before we wrap up here, any final thoughts on your experience with Beyond Good and Evil?
It's so good. We didn't even, like, touch on, like, how good the races are. Or, like, we didn't even talk about the racing sections, and how much fun they are.
Oh, the racing sections, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about all the different animal people.
Oh, no, we didn't talk about those either, about how great all the different... Although, there were some that they were just...
Taurus Sapien?
No, Walrus Sapien.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, nope, just the name of what he is.
Yep.
Taurus Sapien, at least you put in a little bit of effort.
Pey'j was called Sus Sapien.
Sus Sapien.
Yep.
That was before sus was a thing, but, like, Sus Sapien.
Yes.
Like, we didn't... There's so much we didn't even talk about, but, like, it's so good.
It is so good.
And I have so much fun watching you play it that I can't wait to play it myself.
Well, everybody, thank you so much for joining us and talking about our experience with Beyond Good and Evil. And
it was great.
Sharing and Tamara being able to see the decline of the trailers.
Nah.
But please remember to join us next time because we will be playing
Dragon Age Origins.
That's right, everybody. It's Tamara's favorite. Well, BioShock was your favorite, but Origins is up there. It's the first game she ever played all the way through.
Origins is the start of it all for me.
I am going to admit something right now. You love the Dragon Age universe, but I've never been able to, like, I've tried, but I've never been able to get myself hooked into it. So I'm kind of looking forward to a playthrough with you where you're, like, kind of showing me the ropes and the ins and out of this universe and, like, what makes you love it. So...
Yeah. And then you'll finally laugh when I go Tamara disapproves -20.
All right, everybody.
You'll get the joke and I'll be able to use it on someone and people won't just stare at me like I'm a weirdo.
But thank you, everybody, for watching this series. I've had a lot of fun. Please like and subscribe if you're not already. If you are, we love you. Thank you so much.
And next week, we will see you back here for the very first episode of Tamara Plays Dragon Age Origins.
God, yes. All right. Everybody stay safe.
We're romancing Alistair. We're romancing Alistair, my Dragon Age boyfriend.
Everybody stay safe and be who you are.
I love you. Bye.
Bye.